So if you go to yoga class and you're like, I think I know how to do a vinyasa, but I'm not so sure, you're in the right place. In this video, we're gonna look at how to practice a vinyasa. It was years into my yoga practice that I actually went to a yoga class that broke down what is a vinyasa and how do you do it, and I don't want that for you. The vinyasa typically is a series of either 3 or 4 poses that we take in between standing rounds of our yoga classes, or they're built into sun salutations. I say 3 or 4 poses because depending on where you start to calculate it from, it could be 3 or 4 poses. From downward facing dog, a vinyasa would be coming forward into plank, lowering down into chaturanga, coming into upward facing dog, and then sending your hips up and back into downward facing dog. But beyond the actual poses, the most important piece of the vinyasa is the cadence of the breath. We're looking to keep our Ujjayi breath going the entire time without speeding up, without slowing down, and matching the length of the movement to the length of the breath. So how this would work out, if we were to do a vinyasa from down dog, we would inhale into plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale into your back bend, and exhale your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. I'll do it just with the breath so you can hear how it goes. Okay, I exaggerated the breath there, but it's important for you to understand and to feel how you get to move with the rhythm of your breath. So the vinyasa doesn't break your flow, it continues your flow. Now, not everybody has a chaturanga dandasana, right? You might not have this in your practice yet. And if you don't, it's in your best interest to modify the vinyasa so that you're not kind of making your way down onto the mat like a noodle. You can train your chaturanga separately and then build it into your vinyasa, but there's no reason to force yourself to do the chaturanga if it's not there for you yet. So how do we do a vinyasa taking out chaturanga? You're gonna lower to your belly. Everything else is the same. You can choose whether to take cobra or upward facing dog, but here is what that's gonna look like. You're gonna inhale into your plank. You'll lower all the way to your belly on the exhale. When you land on your belly, untuck your toes, keep your hands where they are, and then lift your chest up for cobra. Apply a little bit of downward pressure into your hands and roll your shoulder heads back. This is your inhale. Now, 2 options to get back. You can exhale onto all 4s, tuck your toes, downward dog. All of that happens in your same exhale. Or you can use your belly muscles, tuck your toes, and send those hips all the way up and back to down dog without passing through all 4s. Another way to do this is to take out the requirement to get down onto the floor at all. This is a good modification for super beginners, for people with any kind of injury who wants to take it easy but still wants to enjoy their practice, or simply because you want to, okay? So what this is gonna look like is essentially we're gonna replace belly and back bend with cow pose. This is how it will be. You'll inhale forward into plank. Exhale, lower your knees. Inhale into cow pose. There's your back bend. Same as cobra, same as up dog. And on your exhale, lift your knees, use your belly, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. I'll do it with the breath so you can see and feel how it moves just the same as all the other ones. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees. Inhale, arch your spine, cow. Exhale, down dog. Right? See, we didn't miss a beat. We stayed with the cadence of the breath. We took out the crazy upper body requirement, and you just keep going with the flow of class. There is no shame in the modification game. And the last one I will show you is how to modify if you have a wrist injury. Oftentimes, first of all, time out. If your wrists hurt while you're practicing yoga, you're probably not engaging your hands properly. Most people think, spread your fingers, put them there, and then there they are. Your hands are gripping the floor. They're lifting energy up out of the floor. The Hasta Bandha technique is a game changer. If wrist pain is a thing in your practice, search my channel for the word wrists and you'll see all of the content that I built for wrist pain. If you happen to enjoy breakdowns like these, click on the link in my description below or comment the word no BS and I'll send you the link to my no bullshit yoga pose library where we do this kind of thing with over 90 yoga poses. Now let's get back into it. If you have a wrist injury, does it mean you have to sit out the class? You can modify it, taking the wrists out of the equation. So instead of downward dog, you would lower into dolphin. And whenever the teacher says downward dog, you're doing dolphin and let that be totally okay. So from your dolphin, you're gonna shift your shoulders forward into forearm plank, right? But because of dolphin being a little tighter and shorter than down dog, you're probably also gonna need to move your feet back. And that's okay, this is the plank version. Then we're gonna lower the hips and come into sphinx pose on the exhale. Your inhale will be pulling the chest through and up. Think of this as your up dog. And then for your exhale, you're tucking the toes, using your belly and hiking your hips back up into dolphin and walking your feet in a little. Okay, so I'll do it with the breath. From dolphin, inhale, forearm plank. Exhale, lower the hips, untuck the toes. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, dolphin. Okay, did you see how you stayed with the cadence of the breath? We didn't lose anything, we just took the wrists out of the equation. And of course, there's a ton you can do to get out of wrist pain if that's something that you're dealing with in your practice. I hope this was helpful. If you want more of this, check out the No Bullshit Yoga Pose library in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.